Well, I couldn't wait to see you because the first thing I had to ask you is about the snake on the boat that I saw last week. What in the hell happened? How did this happen?
Crazy, man. It's funny. We were driving out to the lake. We just got done running the hills with Greg Jackson, and it was a nice day. And I said, hey, let's one last day on the water. Let's go. And as we were driving out to the lake, I told Joe, I bet you will see some rattlesnakes. It's a nice day. I bet you're going to be laying out on the road. As soon as we get out to the lake on the road, we drive and there's a rattlesnake on the road. So we get off and we look at it. The sheriff pulls up, takes out a shovel and wants us to kill it. Which people don't think they're... Listen, snakes are like a giant nuisance. So people think like, they always comment like, you guys are fucking killing it. But until it bites your dog or bites your kid, right? Like there's like a serious overpopulation of rattlesnakes. Like, so all the park and rec and the rangers kill on sight. Like it's not like oh, maybe I'll catch it. And no, it's like they kill them, right? Because they're a huge nuisance, especially in the campgrounds and around where people are. Like I said, it's all fun and games until your kid or your dog or yourself gets bit, right? Because especially in that rural area, the nearest antivenom or hospital is 2 hours away.
So you're in trouble.
Oh, you're dead. Yeah, there'd be no. So people are always like, I can't believe you would kill it. Like, what's wrong? Like, well, all right, whatever. But so let's get that out of the way. So we saw him. The state sheriff is there with his shovel killing it. So I was like, give me your gun, bandit. I'll shoot him. And he started laughing, gave me the shovel. We killed it with. Then we were just going out in the water playing. I had no clue, and I stopped, filled up my ballast tanks, and I was just about to jump in the water, and the huge boy comes crumbling across the water. Now I've heard stories of snakes in lakes before, and I've heard a story that about 2 years ago at our lake, a girl died, was wakeboarding, and she fell right around this time of the season because it's breeding season, and they said she fell into like a ball of rattlesnakes. Now I don't know how embellished this was.
Right.
And I was like a ball of rattlesnakes, which is weird because that's how they breed, in a ball, right? One female and a bunch of males. And because rattlesnakes give live birth, they're not eggs. Any venomous snake is a live birth. Another cool fact. So she fell into it and I guess got attacked. And I was like, I've never even seen a rattlesnake swim in the water.
Me neither.
And then all of a sudden, there he was. Huge boy, like as big as my hand, his head. And we stopped and he just started coming right at us, and we'd move and he'd come after us. And it's like, it wasn't like he was coming at us, but it was like he was trying to come to land, or the nearest thing he could, right? So he kept trying to swim the boat, and he got up on the swim deck in the back, and I was like, dude, if this fucking 8-foot rattlesnake gets in the boat, you want to talk about pandemonium? I don't know. Or I just say, you can have the boat, it's yours. You know what, it's your boat, do what you want with it, right? Yeah, it was crazy. It was insane how big he was. Crazy. And
did you guys shoot it or how?
Yeah, Ace trained a couple of my buddies. They took turns trying to shoot it, but shooting a 38 out of snakehead while it's coming at you is. They only had 5 shots in the revolver, so I just took it with an oar and whacked it and killed it.
And I got it.
I took it with an oar and I knocked it out. Then I grabbed him behind the head and he woke up, and so I took a pair of pliers and just smashed his brain.
Whoa! So by the time you took the picture, he was.
Yeah, when I had it, his mouth was open. No, he was still alive right there. Yeah. I just had a real good grip. And he was, dude, I was kind of scared when they were taking the picture because he was like, I had his mouth open and he was like moving his head. And they're powerful. I was like, whoa. And then I just got a big pair of pliers and like crushed him. So,
it's crazy last day before.
I know, it's wild.
Over?
Yeah, that's just what we do though. It's crazy shit, right? The rattlesnake wranglers.
That's funny. Well,
we hung him out. We stretched him tandem and hung him out in the ranch. We put him on a big 1 foot by 8 foot board. Got him hanging. He's a big boy, man. It was cool.
That's crazy.
Cool, yeah. So they just look cool, but yeah.
It's cowboy lifestyle there,
Cowboy lifestyle, yeah.
Nice. Well, you it looks like you've been getting around Poland a little bit, kind of exploring. I mean,
yeah,
what's your thought process over here so far? Are you enjoying it?
I mean, other than the sleep apnea, everything's good. But yeah, that's what I do, man. I come over here, travel. I mean, my weight, I'm 177 right now, eating whatever I want, which is really cool, man. We met a local family here, and they took us and cooked us dinner last night. I made us all, like, first we thought we were just going over there eating like a little meal. She had like a Thanksgiving spread for us, man. And I was like, sorry, man, but I can't eat this much food. But then I did anyways. And it was insane, like just traditional Polish food she made for us. From, what do they call it? Pierogies?
Right.
Pierogies to beat everything, man. I couldn't even name all this stuff. It was like I thought it was like Thanksgiving. It was
you
insane.
just met him and
Yeah, he's our cab driver. We first picked him the first day we got here, and now he's been our driver the whole time. we just got his number. He just drives us around everywhere.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
we pay him, of course, but I mean, like, yeah. So, and he's just our driver. So he's like, hey, my wife would want to cook for you, and sure, it was cool.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not something you've done a lot. I mean, you haven't fought outside of the U.S. and Canada. I mean,
It's been a long time.
Yeah, since I think 2007. So what do you think? I mean, I know for the people of Poland, they're super excited to have a star like you over here. So I mean, is this something that you could see yourself maybe doing more of, exploring a little bit more of the world, or because you can't drive your RV here,
I know,
right?
it's wild. It's crazy sleeping in a hotel room, but it's cool, man. I enjoy Europe. Like, it's funny when the UFC had their, because I was trying to get a fight, and they had the little lineup of all the places that they offered me. There was no Europe on there, right? It was just all in, and I was like, what about the Poland card? And Sean was like, wait, you'll go overseas? And I was like, yeah, why not? And he's like, it's on Fight Pass. I was like, I don't care, man. You guys don't understand. Like, I really don't. It doesn't matter. I'll fight the first fight of the night. It doesn't have to be main event, Poland, pay-per-view. I don't care. Makes no difference to me. That's what I love to do, man. And so yeah, I'm here. I enjoy this whole process. Like I said, being over here, being in Poland, walking around, checking everything out. And then I get to go fight, do what I love. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you had that great fight with Robbie Lawler in July.
Sure.
Then I know you didn't get the result you wanted, but I know you enjoyed the fight, man. It was a great show. So did you want to wait till now to fight? Were you trying sooner?
Yeah, we were trying sooner. Of course, always trying sooner, but it's just always like timing, finding somebody. And that was the issue with this. Like, once I got the Poland fight, it was finding an opponent for Poland. So I'm glad Darren Till stepped up. And that's another thing. It wasn't any disrespect from me. I wasn't trying to like prog at the kid. I just didn't know who he was. Like, I honestly, bro, I mean...
You don't watch a lot of fights, to be fair, right?
Zero fights. Zero fights. And that has nothing to do with me not training. Like, my coaches, that's their job. You guys study, you figure out, and then we train around it. I just don't enjoy, like, I don't just sit, like, there's some people that love that, man. They sit at home. I'd rather go looking at castles and walking around. Like, last night, I was watching YouTube videos on how people build and designs of castles. I guess I could have been watching Darren Till, but I wasn't. I was watching how to build castles, and the next video was all about Transylvania and Dracula, and how he was like a real person, and I was like all entertained by it, you know. So there's nothing against him, and I'm sure he's a great fighter. I'm sure he's a great kid. I wasn't like, oh, I don't even know who you are, you piece of shit. No, man.
Yeah, he said he didn't take disrespect. He knows, like, he's been a fan of yours. I mean, obviously he's a young guy.
Sure, young.
He was like, I know Cowboy doesn't watch fights. He's like, in fact, he even said, there's no reason for him to know me. You know, I've just been around. You know?
I mean, he has 3 fights, right? How would I know this kid? He's new up and comer. Fucking great, dude. Awesome. Everyone's like, you're overlooking him. You're not like, what do you? At what point do I look past somebody? Like, you mean the 8 weeks or the 6 weeks that I'm training my ass off for this fight? I just, like, people are so strange to me. But no, I train hard. I train the same always. I stay ready, and fighting is what I love to do. It doesn't always go my way, right? I mean, right now I'm 2 in the wrong. And the Robbie fight was, I don't. To me, that fight was, it could have went either way. I don't think people weren't like, oh man, you really went out there and let us down. Like, they're like, dude, I fought the best in the world, and he fucking loved it. So to me, it's what I fucking love to do, man. More than anything in the world. Like, Saturday night comes, are you kidding me? I gotta go see Europe, enjoy all this journey, and then go fucking get in a fist fight? Come on, man. So it's cool. I'm glad, Darren, he took the fight. He's coming hard, I'm sure. This is the biggest moment of his life. Lights, camera, action, man. This is a big deal. 5 rounds. Big fight, media. Now you went from the undercard to big card. So I've been there. This is just another day for me, But for him, it's a good test, great test. How are you going to be able to show up? Are you going to be able to? Is 5 rounds too much for you? Is too much up here? I'm sure physically you're fine, but up here is a big deal. Can you pass that test? So this is a good like training exercise for Darren, right? Like, hey man, welcome to the big leagues. Some say Cowboy's the gatekeeper. Well, fuck. Can you get past the gate? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. None of those things hurt my feelings, right? I know who I am, and it's fine. Like, I've been in this game a long time, bro. Right? Like I said, this is my 34th Zuffa walk. And I've been in the top 10 for almost my entire career. That's pretty cool to sit back and say. So, at the end of the day, man, I'm here. I'm fucking going out and I'm having fun, and I cannot wait.
He said you guys have crossed paths a little bit, nothing big, just kind of seeing each other. But I wonder, because, again, it's a guy you don't know much about. do you? I mean, as long as you've been doing this, I mean, when you see a guy for the first time, do you try to size him up a little bit? Not intimidation, but just
sure.
kind of get a feel for him.
I was getting a massage, worst massage I've ever had in my life, to be honest with you. Dude, it was terrible. It was brutal. It was brutal. I felt like the girl just lubed me with as much oil as you could pot. Like if I stood up, I'd have been like a dripping honey bear of oil, right? And then she just like, which I heard that, I don't know because I've been trying to go to a Jack Shack for many years and I've never found the right one. But I've heard if they just kind of like barely rub on you, that's the key. And I was like, this is my moment. Like this is it. But no, it was just a super weak rub the whole time. Nothing came of it. But yeah, I've taken my friends to them. I thought I've been some sketchy places in New Mexico, and I'm like, this is the one. This is it. And maybe rub me, and I'm like, whoa, come on. But nothing. Never happens. I haven't got it. So, and it's funny because I go to the massage parlors with my wife all the time, and I'm like, this is the one, babe. This is it. And she's like, whatever. If your disgusting minded ass wants to do that, whatever you want to do. But I've never had it, and it bothers me. I don't know. Maybe I guess the laying down face up isn't the approach you need to take. So, but anyway, so I'm coming out of the massage room, and it like exits right into the workout room, and I hear somebody when I'm in there like running hard on the treadmill, goosh, 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 and then I come out and it was Darren. I just, hey, what's up? And that was it. I mean, that was kind of all. And then I saw him yesterday down in the lobby, but that doesn't bother me. Like I'm not like, I'm gonna kill you. Hey, he could literally come eat with me. I could have brought him to dinner with me last night, but I think he's cutting way more weight than me, so he probably wouldn't enjoy sitting there watching me eat. But I mean, I got nothing. There's no hard feelings. Those days for me are so long gone, man. So long gone. Like fighting, wanting to kill you. I mean, this is my job. No, nothing. When
your coaches break down guys for you, do they tell you things to watch out and be careful of or look for, or is it more just kind of steering you in the right direction?
Oh no, so like Brandon Gibbs is super good at it, so is Joe Schilling, and those are my striking coaches, and I'm working with Izzy Martinez in my wrestling, and so he sees where he's vulnerable or available for takedowns, and jiu-jitsu, my guy H-Train. But as far as like the striking, I know he's a southpaw. I know he's got a good left hand, right? He throws, they said I know he throws single shots. I don't know that personally, but that's just what they tell me. That's what we're working on. He's got like a good uppercut, good straight, good left kick. Right? Am I on the right page?
Right on.
So I know just because of what they tell me. So when Brandon Gibson tells me, hey, this guy's got a good left hand and he's got a good left kick, well then I should probably fucking listen and know that this is what this kid has. So it's not like Darren has some crazy looping curveball. I mean, a straight left is a straight left. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like he has some special alien body that I've never seen the movement before. So that's why I don't think I don't really watch tape, because these guys tell me what they do. A left kick, straight left hand. I mean, those are pretty basic. If there's some other things you do, we go over it, we discuss it, we figure out what he does when he gets tired, what he does when he's fresh. Like, my team is very good. Greg Jackson and Michael Jingle John they're fucking pros, man. It's not the biggest gym in the world just because they're in there like, I need you to study the tape, Cowboy, and tell us what you think, and we'll be there in your corner to give you water. Right? It doesn't work like that. So we, the ignorance of the MMA community fucking boggles me, bro. It boggles me, these people that, it's like they just listen, right? They just listen to what one person has to say, and then they like, that's got to be right. That sounds right. That must be right. And so I say I don't watch tape. They're like, well, fuck, he doesn't watch tape. He's not prepared for this fight. Like, no. So who knows? My coaches watch. They break it down. They've seen all his fights. I mean, Joe Schilling was watching old kickboxing fights that they found of this kid on the flight over here.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, they do their research.
Yeah.
And then they forwarded me, and I just laughed like, I'm really gonna watch that. Come on, guys. There's fucking Castle documentaries on I could be watching, and yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. I'm sure the kid's tough. I'm sure he is. You wouldn't be in the UFC, right? Hands down. Like, they don't just, it's just like the bum train. Like, oh, bring all the bums in and we'll just build fighters. Well, Cowboy's already built, so why would we give him one to build, right? So, yeah, who knows?
I guess, on paper, it looks like it's going to be fun. For those of us that have watched, stylistically, you guys come together, it's going to be a lot of fun. Sure. I wonder because, obviously you've been matched up with top contender after top contender, so I think that's why this matchup surprised some people, because they're like, wow, why would Cowboy willing to fight this up-and-comer? But is that kind of a sign of what's to come, that like you really just love to fight so much that the rankings don't matter, the whatever, like let's just make some fights?
Okay, so let's talk about the rankings don't matter. I feel like in the last year the rankings don't fucking matter anyways. Right? So all of a sudden Cowboy takes a fight with somebody and they're like, what the fuck? But someone who has a title can take anybody they want, and all of a sudden that's just like, oh, that's just a good fight. Come on, man. Seems like the last year the rankings aren't mattering. So, but no, I just needed an opponent. So the two top 10 guys that we asked for, no. Down the line, no. Just kept, so, and I was like, God, guys, I got to fight in Poland. Like, we got to find somebody.
Saying no to you?
Saying no to me, yeah. No, it's funny, man. Again, the MMA audience are so stupid because they just think that just because a guy says, I'll fight anybody, that means they'll fight it. No, that's not true, you guys. They said they'll fight anybody in public, and then when they get the call and their manager sits down with them, and they're like, hey, man, they offered us Cowboy, and the guy's like, ooh, and their manager's like, yeah, stylistically, I don't know if that's a good matchup for you right now. You're just coming off a loss and blah, blah, blah. Then it starts turning, and they don't turn it down, but their management team does, so then it kind of through the back door. It's not them doing it.
I didn't turn it down.
I didn't turn it down. They wasn't a good, and fucking, so to me, that drives me fucking through the wall. Like, I had two people that were, like, on the fence and then it didn't work. So for Darren to just say, you know what? I've only had a couple fights. I'll fight a fucking legend. Let's go. Dude, right on, bro. Because I was that son of a bitch kid when I was, I remember taking those fights like, yes, right? So it's cool. It's fucking awesome, man. My hat's off to the kid. He's fucking, I think he had 5 or 6, he just came off a good knockout win. So the steam's running on him, and he's like, okay, let's go, right? Good opportunity for him. Why not? And, but it's just the people say no all the time. It's fucking asinine to me. So career-wise, is this a smart fight moving in the forward direction for my rankings? Probably not. This doesn't do nothing, right? Not that's something for Darren if he wins. For Darren, he can do some serious leapfrogging. Mm-hmm. But for me, no, nothing. But why? Like I said, why be the guy that says I will fight anyone, anywhere, anytime? Oh, except for him, right? So if I'm gonna say that, I gotta live by it.
I feel like as long as we've been talking, you've always said the one thing I want in my career is I want to be must-see TV. I want to be the guy that when he's on, you find a bar, you find a TV.
I want the UFC to post Cowboy and Poland Fight Pass, and people say, "What the fuck is Fight Pass?" I gotta figure out what Fight Pass is. How do we watch this fight? That's what I want. I want you guys to come on and have the biggest draw in the Fight Pass history, right? Because people have to figure out how they're gonna watch the Cowboy fight because they know the son of a bitch is going in there, biting down and giving it all. Win or lose, I just want people to know he fights with everything he's got.